Hi friends, it's Miss Cowman. We're going to go ahead and get started with our math for today. This week you've been working really hard on fractions and taking shapes and partitioning them into equal parts. You've either partitioned them into halves or into fourths. Today what we're going to do is we're going to look at this word problem together, and it kind of looks like there's a lot, but what we're going to do is we're going to break it down into small parts and do one thing at a time. Let's go ahead and start by reading our word problem. Jack and Annie are cutting a pie into equal parts to serve each person at a party. Jack wants to cut the pie into halves because each person would get a bigger piece of pie. Annie wants to cut the pie into fourths because each person would get more pie because 4 is bigger than 2. Show what each pie would look like in the space below. Okay, so I have 2 empty boxes here, and I'm going to draw the 2 different pies. Now, I know a pie is the shape of a circle, so we're going to put 1 pie in each box. All right. Now, I need to figure out how I'm going to partition each of the pie. Let's look at it again. Jack wants to cut the pie into halves because each person would get a bigger piece of pie. All right, so I'm going to start with Jack's pie right here, and I'm going to partition it in half. I've learned this week and last week that half means 2 equal parts. So I have partitioned it in half, and I've colored in 1 of the 2 pieces. All right, now I need to look at Annie's pie. Annie wants to cut the pie into fourths or quarters because each person would get more pie because 4 is bigger than 2. So now I need to partition her pie into 4 equal parts. Let's see. There we go. Let's make sure we have quarters. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4 equal parts. And I've shaded in 1 of the 4 pieces. So I've shaded in 1/4 of the circle. All right. Whew. We did the first part. Now we get to tackle the next part. Here's the question. It says, which person do you agree with? Explain your math thinking. Okay, so I need to decide if I think that Jack is right or Annie is right. I think I should probably start by reading the problem again. Jack wants to cut the pie into halves because each person would get a bigger piece of pie. Let's look at our picture. Here's the half. Okay, Jack is right. Look at this. How half is bigger than the 4th over here. Let me read Annie's, though, just to make sure. Annie wants to cut the pie into fourths because each person would get more pie because 4 is bigger than 2. Let's look. 4 is bigger than 2, but a 4th is smaller than a half. And I can tell by looking at this part, it's shaded, and it's way smaller than a half. So I think I agree with Jack. Now, I'm in 1st grade, so I'm going to explain my thinking. I agree with Jack because a half is bigger than a 4th. I'm going to write that down. A half is bigger than a 4th. So you would get more pie if it's cut into halves than if it was cut into fourths. Okay. I feel so great now that I've done this word problem, and I really feel like I understand it. Now you get to try this on your own. Good luck, friends.